Well, did you see his cock and bollocks though? This podcast is educational as well as entertaining.
I think you'd survive in prison.
Not a nonce. I just like water sports. So I've got you a present this week.
Oh my God. This is how I react to an awkward situation. I've got
Fortune cookies!
Beth had quite literally the most embarrassing moment of her life about 4 days ago.
I can't wait to hear it.
And she rang me, and I've never been fucking happier. Because I went, can I tell this on pod? And she was like, sure, it's happened now. Right? So
what is it? So sorry to interrupt before you've even started.
It's all good.
But what is it about the misery of the ones we love that is so sweet? It's like the best thing ever.
It's good in it, because I'd rather watch you do badly on stage than me do well. If you're bombing, like you're having an absolute howler, I would rather that than me have the gig of my life.
If something terrible happens to someone that so you care about me? Hold on, wait there, let's break that down. That means you care about me. Oh, that's nice.
Sort of, I would say financially tied, but I'm financially tied to you in a way where neither of us earn money.
We've spent a lot together.
Yeah. So me and Beth bought the house about 5 months ago. Mm-hmm. And when we bought the house, we got a new bed and a new mattress. The company, I look at you like, so where does this lead to her being embarrassed? She's got a little willy. You'll never believe it. So we bought this bed and the mattress is faulty. It's got like a rip in it or something. Like it was just a little bit worn, and even after like 5 months,
my man do some damage?
So
did he? Yeah.
Hack. Right. So he goes. So I've rang the company and just basically said, listen, it's fucked. Sort it out. So they're like, right, no worries. We'll send out a new mattress and we'll have that one taken away. So I was like, right, sound. So the guys come round. I wasn't in. Beth was in the house on her own, and he's come to drop off the mattress. Apparently the guys were dead sound. Dropped off the mattress, and then I've rang Beth and was like, have they been to pick it up? And she went, yeah, but they didn't take the one that was already on the bed. And I went, well, did you ask them? And she said, no, I just thought they would do it, and then they didn't. And I lost my head on the phone, so I was like, you take it. Oh my God. So I rang the guy back because he'd rang me to let me know how far away he was.
It's not easy to get rid of a mattress, is it?
Exactly.
You can't take a mattress
just
down.
Put it in the blue bin.
I've seen people tie it to the top of the car.
Yeah.
I've just thought that is a danger.
Mate, I've lost my head on the phone. So I was like, are you taking the piss, girl? And so I ring the guy, and he just sort of, it's one of them where he's like, we didn't realise. He sort of sighed on the phone. And
sounds like a you problem.
Yeah,
he sighed on the phone.
Yeah, he just
customer service. You can't beat it, can you?
So he's gone, right, we'll be on our way. We'll go there and pick it up now. Anyway, I'd sort of said to Beth, like, strip the bed and make sure the mattress is all ready for them to pick up, but she hadn't done that. Right, so they've come, and obviously the mattress is quite heavy. Now I've left a really important piece of this story out that leads to Beth being mortified in her words, right? Because we've got an ottoman storage bed. And when you take the mattress off and there's no weight on it, the thing springs up. And what's usually inside an ottoman bed?
Sheets. I know where you're going. Yeah. I know exactly where you're going. But I'm an innocent boy. I want you to explain to me.
So these two lads have come back.
The visual hit me a bit late.
So these two lads have come back. She's just stood there, like she'd just been making some food or whatever, and they've gone upstairs because they've got to grab the mattress because it's quite heavy, and I'm not in the house. So they've lifted the mattress off. The thing's just sprung up like a fucking pendulum, right? And the guy literally, she said to me audibly, "Ooh." And I'm not going to tell you what was under the bed because I want to protect her modesty a little bit. But let's just say there was various things in various colours and sizes under that bed.
Toys, and we're not talking Action Man. That's what I'm going to say.
And she just rang me back and was like, I'm absolutely fucking mortified. Like, just her head fell off. And the guy was obviously fuming that he had to come back and pick up the mattress. And then, mate, the story that's give them in the van on the way home.
I mean, I'd check it. Has anything gone missing? What if they've taken a trophy?
That's a good point. That's a really good point.
I I want to know more. I know that you're protecting her modesty. I want to know more details. I want to know specifically what.
I'm such a child that I find stuff like that just hilarious. So, like when you see like an influencer's like took a selfie and put it online, and then like someone screenshot it because there's a big dilly on the fucking tiles in the background. You're just like, I find it so funny as well because it's something like people will watch this and 99% of us have used them. But knowing somebody else does, you're like,
Yeah, it's true, isn't it? Yeah, I've seen like a meme of like Facebook Marketplace stuff, like but like reflections in like items that are being sold. And one was,
the guy's taking a picture of the mirror. It's like,
one was a cooker, right? And someone had squatted naked to take a photo, and someone commented, "Does it come with the chicken?"
The sausage would have been better, I think.
It was a woman. So it was not applicable. Yeah, man.
Fucking hell.
I'm just
the visual that it gives, like.
She was
because like you can imagine it with like a really weird pedo like man who's like in his 50s and just stuck in his little knackers dangling. But when it's a woman, you're like, oh, fucking hell, I feel bad for her.
When it's a man, you presume it's deliberate, don't you? You're like, he's getting some sort of kick out of this, the sick fuck. When it's a woman, you're like, oh, it must have been an accident.
Yeah. Because women. I used to. Back in the days, I used to cut a guy's hair. I was a barber, not just didn't have a weird hobby. You know what I mean? But I would cut a guy's hair, and we did bookings in this shop, right? And this guy just didn't turn up for his haircut. And I swear to God, this is true, right? This guy didn't turn up for his haircut, and I forget his name now. But he was like this really weird bloke, like always outstayed his welcome in the shop and stuff. Like would carry on the conversation for far too long afterwards, and was just always stands dead close to you when he's paying.
The worst type of customer. The one that actually likes you.
Yeah. You'd prefer it if they didn't a lot of the time.
Yeah.
At least then they fuck off. You know what I mean? And this fucking guy, right? So he didn't show up for his haircut, but obviously we've got his name and his number on the app for the booking.
Yeah.
So I've searched him on Facebook to drop him a little message, and he was what's the word when someone like goes to nude beaches and stuff?
A nudist?
Yeah, a nudist, but like there's a word for it, I guess. But
exhibitionist?
Yeah. And this guy just Facebook profile picture had his cock out and everything. I didn't even message him, mate. I was like, you don't show up, that's absolutely fine, pal. That's all you, that, mate. But he lives like round the corner from that particular
and he just
shop.
got his head haircut by
Yeah. But yeah, man, his entire profile was just dedicated. Not like he wasn't a young lad that stood at the top of a cliff top with his mates and he's just got his pants down, his arse is showing, and he's just, do you know what I mean? Like they're all that very funny. It was just stupid shit you do with your mates. Like this guy was like just a picture of him with his willy out on his profile.
With an ice cream.
Yeah.
And he's just showcasing the ice cream because being naked is that normal. It's like sick ice cream, this.
Insane. But then Beth gets a nipple out on Instagram and it's fucking gets like, I mean, she doesn't, but like if she did, like.
You ever seen that naked Martin?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's the sort of shit that guy was doing. Yeah.
Or shitting on a toothbrush.
No, but like that's like the little videos of himself naked and stuff. Like he was a weird bloke, and he came into the shop a few times afterwards because he didn't know that we'd seen this, and we had to sort of like look him in the dick and just be like, why have we seen your eyes? You know what I mean?
That's weird, that, isn't it? Like he comes in the shop and you have seen his fucking cock and bollocks.
Yeah.
Well, did you see his cock and bollocks though? Did you see full dick?
Yeah, full on. Like the man was proud. I don't know what of, because it was fucking.
Did he have I was going to say, did he have a reason to be proud? That's the maddest thing.
No, he was
about
like
the nudists,
he was a proper odd bloke. And like I say, whatever you're into, that's fine. But why is nothing private on your Facebook?
Yeah.
Like just your barber can Google you. And yeah, you are with your cock and balls out, mate.
I love it when people showcase the hobbies on social media. I mean, that being said, come on, we've got to be honest. There's pictures of us holding microphones on social media, but that's because we want people to come and see us.
Right.
Stand-up starts as a hobby, doesn't it?
Yeah, but like, it's a different one. Did you just compare a microphone to a man's cock?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
This man was holding his dick, and you compared it to when I hold a mic.
I kind of got distracted because I was going to go hard on people who do showcase the hobbies.
That's what he did on Facebook.
Well, apparently not. He had nothing to be proud of. But yeah, then I realised that we're kind of in that category too. But the maddest hobby, I think, like, is there's people who love fishing. There's nothing weirder than seeing a fucking 40-year-old fella holding
like
a fucking big old bass. Do you know what I mean? As his profile picture.
It's just the saddest fucking thing. I don't understand fishing in general. Like,
have you ever
what
been?
you're gonna do? Yeah.
Have you ever been?
Yeah, I don't
like
say
you don't have an opinion then. You're not entitled to opinion.
But I have been.
Okay. I've never been.
Did you think I said no?
Yeah.
No, you just wanted me to say no so you could start flaming me. Yeah. No, I've been. I just did.
No, for the sake of the podcast, have you ever been?
No.
I've never been fishing, and I do not understand the appeal either.
No, it's like I say, I went when I was younger and stuff because my someone I knew was just into it, so I went with him. But yeah, man, I just wasn't. It's just so shit. What are you gonna do? I'm gonna buy all these maggots that stink. I'm gonna put them on the end of this hook. I'm gonna throw the hook in the water, and then a fish is gonna go on the hook because I'm teasing it with the maggot, and then it's gonna get that hook caught in its mouth. I'm gonna reel it in. I'm gonna look at it and then I'm gonna put it back. What a waste of life.
Yeah, but lad,
you can't tell me
sometimes they're dead big. They're like, oh, that's a big one, that.
Right,
and that's where the joy comes from. No, do you want to know the truth? I said to a lad, and I knew a lad in work who was like a keen fucking angler. Let's say that. Like he was a keen fisherman. He had a few bass pictures.
He was a perchin. Tell me again.
No, actually, he wasn't. I said that as if he was like the biggest shagger. I don't know, actually. But he was.
You said it like you'd fucked him.
Well, actually, no. He's quite good at it. Yeah. I've got it on good authority.
Hands smelt a bit, but you know.
He's into the fishing, and I asked him, like, I was like, what is it that appeal? What's the appeal for you? Because he was like, I get up at I do it most days.
Yeah,
I get up at 5:45 in the morning, and I said, what do you like about fishing? And without missing a beat, he went the wacky backy. So he basically what he likes is smoking weed, and he just happens to be fishing when he's doing it.
He's like the maddest thing as well.
His mates and his dad go and that, and they all just like hang out. It's the hangout, not the actual fishing. I think it's the excuse to like.
Yeah, no, I do get that. And then there'll be a lot of people going, oh, it's the fucking outdoors, it's the fresh air and stuff. But every time I've been, there's just fucking fruit flies all around the gaff and it's just horrible. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can literally see a cloud of flies above this guy's fucking head when he's sat fishing. And you're just like, that's not fun for you. You might as well be sat on a fucking train track for how much fun you're having there with the fresh air and outdoors.
Train spotting, it's a fucking hobby.
Francis
you seen that? I was going to say, you seen that Francis Bergeron? He's blowing up him.
Is that how you say his name? Because I just...
What, you go Burgoyce?
No, I've just never said it. I just realised that I've never said his name out loud before. I don't know why I would.
I'm surprised he's come up, if I'm being honest with you. I think it's Bourgeois. Again, I'm saying it with absolute confidence. I have no idea. Typical white man on a podcast.
Yeah, man. What is the worst hobby? Like, fishing's up there, I think. But, like, what is one hobby where you just like, you're a fucking gimp, you? Anyone that bowls for a fucking, like... Do you know what I mean? When it's not your 14th birthday or an impromptu, like I went bowling with Lee Hudson the other week.
Yeah, we've been bowling together too. I was gonna call you out on
how
that.
Impromptu was it? Do you know what I mean? We were walking past it in the traffic centre and we was like, I don't want to go home yet. Let's just do that. But someone that has their own bowling shoes, fuck off, lad. You've got your own bowling shoes. Kill yourself.
I go bowling. Call me 10-pin Tuffy. I smash them.
Yeah,
no barriers, nothing. I'm sick of bowling me.
Yeah. No barriers, if we know. Okay.
Yeah. They call me Big Bowl. I smash those fucking pins down.
Big Bowl sounds like it's just written on a fucking, like, Rottweiler's food dish.
I eat loads of soup. Big Bowl. No, I do like bowling, right? And I mean, I get it, though. If you're in a bowling league, it's a bit mad,
it's so nonsense,
I've never known anyone who's... Other than Homer Simpson, I've never known anyone...
Just got your own little bowling shoots with your initials on and that.
I remember we went go-karting for a stag, right? And my mate's dad came with us. Obviously, it's his son's stag. We're going and we're getting all the equipment, and they go to give us the helmets, and he's like, "No thanks, I've got my own."
Oh, for fuck's sake!
I love my mate's dad. He's dead sound, and he's into motorbiking, but he brought his own fucking helmet go-karting, so that sets a precedent, doesn't it?
Yeah. My man's on a fucking... He's come to compete.
Yeah. And he was the slowest guy on the track. It was funny how slow he was. I was razzing him off.
Yeah, no, I've...
You ever been go-karting?
I've been, but only with my ex-missus, just on our own. Like, again, just something dead impromptu, didn't know what to do that day. Oh, we'll go-karting. It's only 15 minutes away. It's 20 quid each. We'll just do that. And it was just me and her on the track, and I lapped her like 9 times. And that's not because I was just a fucking savage, but she was scared of the cart. And it was just like, well,
Rebecca,
I might as well be on the M6 here. This is fucking boring. You know what I mean?
It is. If you're going for it, it's sick. It is sick. I've been on a couple stags. The last stag I went, I got like some fucking offer, so I took Rebecca like the next week. So I'd just done it. So I was like, I knew the score. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rebecca had never done it before. So she was like exactly what you've just described. She doesn't drive anyway. So she was just a bit like unsure the first go round, but we did too. So by the second time she was going for it as well. Do you know what I mean? She'd relaxed into it. But we went and there was this guy was being like a dick, just a dick. We're all racing and we're all fucking competing. And we're all in each other's way because as you're taking the corners, everyone's trying to take it.
You can't go wide on the corner.
Yeah, everyone's taking. In fact, you're supposed to. Yeah, I was going in narrow. You're supposed to take it wide. Fucking this podcast is educational as well as entertaining. I think it's entertaining. Anyway, just fucking
carry on.
No feedback there. I went go-karting, and this guy was being a knob. He's like cutting people off, but we're all doing that. But when people are cutting him off,
he's fuming.
Oh,
yeah,
Joe, like going like that in the car. And I did it. I cut him up, little fucking scumbag. Do you know what I mean? I'm overtaking you. Fucking eat my dust, you piece of shit. Snuck in. You know me, speedy weedy. I just fucking skipped in right in front of him. And then he overtook me and was going like that. Joe, as he overtook me, giving me the finger. And I'm like, fucking...
Do you know this guy?
No, he's just a random guy on the track. I'm like... Yeah, okay, whatever. You're being a dickhead, that's sound. But then he went to do what I'd just done to him, to Beck. So he's a hypocrite. He just went to do it to Beck, and he clipped her, and it stopped him, and he went, oh, at Beck. And then the animal in me took over. I was like, fucking...
Liam the lion.
Liam.
If you don't get that reference, watch episode 4.
Liam the lion came into play, right? No one fucks with my pride. I was going for it, right? And I was like, this guy is... I'm not like this. I'm a proper beta male, but I was like, I'm gonna fight him. It just, I was fuming. I was like, I am gonna fight
Yeah, because you're all the same height, sat in the little car, aren't you? It's like, man's had courage.
Yeah, I'm like, and I'm behind, you know what I mean? This fucking machine. I'm going fast. I'm like, I'm gonna smash this guy's head in. So I'm following him. I'm following him on the track because I'm thinking when we all pull up in the pit stop, I'm gonna fucking see who you are and I'm gonna smash your head in right here, right now. And I'm zooming, trying to catch, but he's actually dead good at it.
He's fucking... You're that fucking... It's like he's just getting...
He's already done 2 laps around me.
You're there with your fucking like little green egg.
Yeah, throwing bananas behind me, hoping for the best. And he'd done a few
waiting
laps
for that bullet.
But I clocked his number. I was like 15. I'm going to get this prick. So obviously I've gone round a few more laps before the race is over. I've calmed down at this point, but I'm still fuming. So what you said is true. I thought, I'll see what he looks like first. Do you know, like as he gets up out of the car, because if he's a hench, I'm just going to get battered. I won't do nothing.
Why do you always say, sorry to cut you off, why do you always say a hench? I've picked up on that a few times now. He was a hench. Is that not a No, he was just hench.
A hench? No, I like a henchman. A henchman. Not henches. Hench can be a fucking noun as well as a verb. Welcome to English class. Don't fucking question me, okay?
I'm so glad that you've just abandoned all the possibilities of comedy today, and you've just gone, actually, we're in lower step B.
Yeah, this is educational, okay? I'm teaching today. I'm preaching.
I apologise. Crack on. Carry on.
So number 15, I've got his number, and as we're pulling in the pit stop, well, like I'm a few behind him. I clock the number, and I watch him get out, and he takes his helmet off, and he looks like a blade. I'm like, you know what, if I want to, I probably could batter him, right? But I've calmed down at this point, and I'm like, look, I like coming here. I don't want to not be able to come here again, and it makes me the dickhead then if I just fight this guy over go-karting, Joe. It's a stupid thing to do. But then I was feeling like a pussy. I was like, you were angry, and you didn't tell him, and you wanted to tell him. And you pussied out, and I was in me, so I'm getting changed, and I'm thinking, you fucking pussy, you should have said something. And then just at the as I'm leaving, I think I'll go to the toilet first. I go in the bathroom, and he's there washing his hands, and I'm like, I go
fucking bagged him,
fucking dropped his kecks and left. I went next to him at the sink, and I started washing my hand. I just turned and I said, hey, you know, next time you come here, just realise there's no need to be a bellend. You don't have to be a prick. You don't have to swear at people. We're all competing with each other. And I don't know why you were a fucking dickhead. And he was like, what you mean? What are you on about? What you mean? And I was like,
fucking big band Tuffy here.
You know what I mean? You were being a bellend, and there's just no need in it. Like we're all getting in each other's way. There's just more people on the planet than you. "You're ignorant prick." Like, I literally said this to his
I'm not
face.
bothered if it's your 13th birthday.
You little blade. That's how I knew I could smash his head in. And he was like, "I don't know what you're on about." And I went, "Number 15." And he went...
He went, "No, I was 16.
He was number 5, lad. I'd only seen the 5 on the cart. I'd got the wrong number. He was the wrong guy. He was like, I was like one of the slowest on the track. And he shit himself as well. Like, and me confronting him made him shit himself. And
Turns
I felt,
out it's the kid's dad that you were an out there. He's fucking leveraging.
I was 15. Comes over and just batters me. Mate, I've never done such a U-turn. I was like fuming. I was in his face speaking. Not in his face like that, but side by side speaking to him. And as soon as he said he was number 5 and I seen how much he was shitting himself, I just went, "Then I'm so sorry." And then I turned into like a fucking... I was like, "I don't usually do this." I was like, "That's
Turned
it."
into a proper shit house. Yeah. Like when a girl's fucking you pulled a bird on a one-night stand or whatever.
I don't usually do this. Mate, I've gone red because I cringe every time I think about it. And I walked out going... And I told Rebecca, and much like you fucking enjoying Beth's embarrassment, she was loving it. And I was like, "We need to get out of here as fast as possible."
People like that are the worst, though. Like, not what you did, because it's an easy mistake to make, isn't it?
Yeah.
You fucking...
I owned it too. I apologised.
Yeah, and the guy was probably like, "Oh, fucking hell."
We both laughed about it.
Yeah, because as soon as you find out it's not him, you go, "Oh, there was a bell end on the fucking..." And then he goes, "Why? What was he doing?" You go, "Oh, he did this." "Oh, he sounds like a knob." And then you're fine, aren't you? But just people that take stuff far too seriously like that just do my fucking head in, man. Like, I remember when I went to Portugal, there was like the hotel had loads of entertainment on in the day and like football and like they'll play tennis and just all that sort of shit. And I'm fucking, you'll see me all constantly pissing about with shit. I can't sit still. Like Beth's more than happy to just lie on a sun lounger for 5 hours. Like she'll get involved and do a bit, but I need to be doing something.
Activities.
Yeah, so I was always
Are you like playing volleyball in the pool with the kids?
Mate, yeah, fucking well, yeah. I mean, not with the kids. Like there was these kids come with adults as well.
Quick backtrack.
Yeah.
Not a nonce. I just like water sports.
That
has a different conversation.
So yeah, man, like there was just, I always played like the football and stuff, but I'm shit at sports. I always have been. I'm just not good at it. I just never practiced when I was a kid. I was never really into it. Like I just,
I'm sick at sports, me.
Yeah.
10-pin Tuffy. That's a sport.
And I was playing footy and it was just, like you say, you pass me the ball. I've got 2 left feet. I'm going to fucking sky it. I'm going to not pick the pass back to you. But let's be realistic. We're at a family hotel in Portugal. It's 2 p.m. on a fucking Tuesday. Like, no one's really asked.
Yeah,
but there was this guy from Stoke there. And me and him genuinely nearly came to blows. Because I said to it, like, I'm too sarcastic, man. Like, way too sarcastic for my own good. Like,
the description you've given of the situation... Like, I don't think sarcasm is out of line.
Well, right, so...
I don't think this too sarcastic. I think the only way you can deal with...
So the fellow, he just screamed like BNP. You know what I mean? He had like a big bald head and he just had no fucking top on. And I mean, that's fair enough.
No top, but he's wearing an England flag.
Yeah.
It's a towel of the England
Bunsen
flag.
hanging out of a fucking top pocket. Like. But yeah, man, so
Did he have a mohawk?
No, he didn't. Just a bald head, and he was just every time he'd like pass to me and I wouldn't fucking score or what have you. Like he'd be fuming, and I was just like, I was getting more and more pissed off. And like every time like similar to what you're saying about the guy with the go-kart, he'd just be like, fucking, "Oh, fuck's sake," like that.
Yeah.
And I'd just be there, "Oh, careful, mate, you might overreact," and carry on running, right? And then he started pissing me off so much that when I got the ball and I was in on goal and I just fucking kicked it the opposite end of the field to piss him off.
Yeah.
And I was doing like, I went at one point, he comes up to me and he raises his fist at me. And I went, "What the fuck are you playing at, mate? Are you raising your fist at me?"
Like, when you say raise your fist, do you mean like, "Why are you on a..." Or did he literally... Like, what the fuck do you mean?
Why you yellow-bellied lily lizard?
Yeah. Or he just starts going, come on, like starts shadowboxing.
No,
at
it's
you.
just sort of like, you know, when someone's pissing you off and you go, "Oh, fucking hell, he's doing me head in." Just like that. And you just, and I went, "What the fuck are you playing at, raising your fist at me, you little knobhead?" Like, and I'm not hard, but I just thought, grow up.
Yeah.
And as soon as I said that, he was like, "Oh, I'm only having a laugh." I was like, "Mate, you need to fucking chill your beans." Like, it just... And I said what I just said to you, like, we're on holiday in a family hotel. There's a 9-year-old on our team. Like,
who's a better striker than you, that prick.
I don't know, he looked like the sort to hit his missus, so I don't know, he'd have him on striking, to be honest. But I just said to him, I was like, mate, there's a fucking 9-year-old kid on our team. There's a fucking, his sister's sat there refereeing. Do you know what I mean? Like, you need to just fucking calm your shit, mate. Like, it's just not this deep. It's Tuesday. It's 2 p.m. Like, just grow up, would you? The fucking other team have scored 17 goals. It's hardly the fucking peak of ability, is it?
What was his reaction to this? I love, because people like that aren't used to being called out.
Well, this is it. I didn't say everything that I've just said there, but I was just sort of like, mate, very matter of fact, like, mate, there's a 9-year-old on our team. We're in a family hotel. Grow up. Like, no one's asked. And then after that, like,
you'll never make the Premier League with an attitude like that.
Yeah, well, what can you do? I don't want to be in it. I don't hit my missus, so I'm not allowed these days.
Ooh,
allegedly. so, I mean, is it topical? It was weeks ago, wasn't it? Unless something else has happened.
I don't pay attention to football.
Yeah, fair enough.
I got put off football as a child.
Yeah.
I was watching the older kids play, and someone booted the ball, and it came directly towards me at speed. And, you know, when you're watching something happen, you can't do anything and react. Guess where it hit me, lad?
In the nuts.
Bang on. Full force.
I mean, didn't leave much to the imagination.
It's just enough to traumatise anyone out of any sort of sport, really.
Yeah, but like that guy, I just nothing got said after that. Like, he wasn't being a knob, and he actually made more of an effort to pass to me, because do you know what's always really funny? Like, do you ever play footy with your mates? Do you ever play footy with your mates and you're playing against people you've never met before, or like your mates brought their mates and you don't know each other, and for the first 10 minutes they're constantly passing to you, and then after 10 minutes you just don't get the ball again. Well, this guy just switched and was like, couldn't have been more of a team player.
Really?
Towards me. Do you know what I mean? Like, he just felt like a knobhead, I think, because like you say, he's probably not been called out. And then every time we seen each other in the fucking canteen,
did he give you a nod?
Like, just sort of, you know, like, you playing again tomorrow? Nah, mate, I've got a fucking personality, so I won't be there.
Why you gotta give you the fist across the fucking buffet bar? What was your situation in PE?
Just doing kick-ups with meatballs. Like, now what, dickhead? I forgot my kit a lot.
Did you?
Yeah.
I loved it. I love PE.
Yeah.
Fat fuck. I just liked it. Was just an hour to piss about.
Yeah. No, I didn't mind it really. It was just fucking, like you say. My PE teacher was just a fucking lunatic though. Like, he was known in the school for being a lunatic. Like, I'm amazed he didn't get sacked. Like, he was just like screaming in my face and stuff. Like, because I remember it so well. I threw a fucking shuttlecock. Like, let's say we're in here now and this is a PE thing and I've got a shuttlecock and the bin's there. You just sort of go, see if I can get it in from there. And if you don't, you just go and pick it up and you put it in the bin. He was fuming because I like threw it towards the bin. And it's like properly
you're playing a game in PE.
Yeah, mad at it. We were like wrapping up and there was just like, I'd got my jacket or what have you and just fucking seeing a shuttlecock on the floor. So I thought I'll pick that up, I'll lob it in the bin. And he was just furious.
Why has he got the job he's got then?
Like, lost his mind though, furious, like screaming in my face, like just insane.
I don't get it.
Yeah, no, he's a lunatic, man. Proper road rage.
I saw a PE teacher nearly headbutt a kid once, but it was great because the kid deserved it. I wanted him to.
Yeah.
Joe and the kid was being a little dickhead, but he lifted the kid. It's dead bad actually. He lifted the kid off the ground and had him against the wall, was screaming in his face, and I think someone else like pulled it. Luckily, I mean, I say luckily because this teacher was actually dead sound.
Yeah.
Joe, when you see someone like push to breaking point, but like the way they react, I mean, he's obviously an adult and he should know better. I was fully on his side. This kid was a knobhead. If he'd have chinned that kid, it would have made my week.
Yeah.
But he was a sound PE teacher, so I don't get why anyone with that sort of attitude would take a job like that. Do you know what I mean? Really?
They just love to hate their lives. I did a gig the other day, and there was a teacher in the crowd, and it's sort of the common MC thing is like, who's the biggest knobhead in your class? Yeah. And often they'll go, I can't say that way, and you sort of like move on. It was like that, and then you go, that shows there is one.
Well, you know,
just
they have a kid in mind. Yeah.
This teacher just named the kid, just like, and caught me off guard. Do you know what I mean? Like, fucking, who's the biggest knobhead in your class? John Smith. Like, just that level of just fucking, like, she needed no preparation. As it, like, it sort of suggested that she'd planned, like, she'd been ranting about him already that day. Do you know
Give his year and form, like.
Yeah, like, it was, mate. I was like, why, what's he done? She was like, oh, he's just a knobhead. I was like, is John Smith's parents in? Like, it proper caught me off guard. She had no fucking qualms about naming this kid at all.
Imagine if your arch enemy was a kid, lad.
Yeah, so you got to get a life, haven't you? Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, a couple of episodes ago, you told us about a kid who haunted your existence.
But I was a kid too, you know what I mean? Like, I was only 15. He just happened to be like 10, and his dad was a fucking lunatic, so you couldn't do anything. But like, I wasn't 38.
I know, yeah.
You got to get a life, haven't you? Why are you beefing up with me at 9 a.m? What's up, guys? Thanks so much for downloading the podcast. Listen, if you are watching on YouTube, please do us a favor, drop the video a like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. It really does help more than you think.
And if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon, or anywhere that you get your podcasts, please give us a 5-star rating. If you think we're worth less than that, just don't rate it. Don't be a nib end. Don't be a Karen. Do one.
And if you wouldn't mind, give us a follow on social media as well. It's at Spread Negativity Pod on absolutely everything, except for Twitter, where it's at S Negativity Pod, because Twitter is a gobshite, and we didn't realise that has a character limit until we decided on the name. So fuck you, Twitter. Let's get back to the episode.
So I've got you a present this week.
Say what?
I've got you a present this week.
You've got me a present?
You bought me the beautiful Marmite, which will forever decorate my
Is that going to be a permanent fixture? Because we're going to add things to this as and when.
So it makes sense, doesn't it? It's from the show.
I guess so.
It's a little reference for people who've been watching since
If you've got a massive fucking
dildo
now,
dilly for your willy, we were talking about them.
That's what I thought. Then have you got a dick sleeve? Because I'll be taking that home and it'll come back a different fucking smell when it comes on the table next week.
Let's just say Aaron's been fishing.
Yeah. Don't say that. She's beautiful. But yeah, man, I fucking. Can we talk about the dick sleeve just a little bit more? Yeah. Because you said like you don't know why you'd want to do it. I'd want to do it because I want big dick energy. I don't necessarily want to fuck Beth with it on, but
that's the whole point of it.
I know, but I'd put it on so I can walk around and be like, fucking right.
But like,
see me, yeah.
I'm all for toys in the bedroom. Do you know what I mean? I'm not like it's not as if I'm so self-conscious that I think, oh, it's not
Lego.
me doing
you
it.
Don't even have a bird. He's just a fat virgin.
Shut up! Don't sell them. But yeah, Rebecca's imaginary. How was the wedding? Good, yeah.
Yeah. Just you getting married to one of your Lego pieces.
Me going around the backyard going, dun, 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 dun. One of me Lego pieces. I was slow on the uptake then because I imagine me holding its hand down the aisle. It's just floating.
Just going away in your little Barbie car. Just married, cans on the back of it.
Just married, yeah. That was the cans, by the way.
Your flight on your honeymoon is just you running around with a paper plate like shh.
I got distracted when you said paper plane. I got distracted. I held my laugh for a bit too long because in my brain, I rewatched a video I seen recently of someone at like a basketball game in America throwing a paper airplane, and it was like just pure engineering. Joe would just gently swoop towards the basket, and it hovered around the basket, and the crowd was going ooh, and then a basket came and a ball came and knocked it in, and the crowd went wild. And I don't think it was for the actual score of the game.
I don't think that story was for the podcast, I'll be honest.
I don't see.
Well, I love you, mate, but I could have waited that.
It could have.
I've not seen it, so I'm
also distracted because my fucking phone's going off. Sorry,
that's his fake girlfriend that giving him a little bell there.
It's me beard, innit?
Speaking of little bells.
Let me put my phone on, do not disturb.
For goodness sake.
I'm just creating edit points for you.
Amazing. I'm not going to cut them.
So do you want your fucking presents or what, lad?
Yeah, I'll take the present, yeah.
All right, okay.
I'm excited about it. I'm nervous, and I now know how you felt.
I'm trying to think the best way to reveal this. It's probably not going to be revealed.
Yeah,
well.
We should make a point that we have a tablecloth on the table, and I can't see what's under the table.
Yeah.
But I have said that I'm scared of spiders, and no, not yet. You're not speaking into the mic. Oh my god! The fucking shit out of me! Oh my god!
I didn't want you to see the controller.
Oh my god! Right, hang on. Okay. So I said I wanted an Audi R8 and you bought me a fucking I just want to point out for the audio listener, this is fucking bleak. But I suppose that's to say when I got
also
you that.
Get YouTube, you fucking gimp.
Yeah. Yeah, download the podcast twice. Don't be a fucking virgin. Right, okay. So I can... Oh, it's got a hair on it. It's on her back, that. It's grey.
It could be the cat. Okay. I was winding her up with it.
I did not see it on there.
Because I hid it in the curtain. Underneath.
That's some sort of
I tested it out, yeah. And I had to put the control. I didn't want you to see the controller because it gives it away. I was like, how am I gonna do this so it comes in shot? And you actually did shit yourself. It was great because
I can't wait to watch that back. I fucking panicked.
yeah, because you watched me reach under there and you hear the noise behind you and proper shit yourself. But
Yeah, that wasn't. I did. I got a remote control car for. Oh, thanks, mate. Yeah,
it's your toy, lad. Play with it.
I got a remote control car off Beth for Christmas one year, and we terrified the dog with it.
Yeah.
Like the dog did not like it. How's it work?
It was just like every remote control car, you fucking idiot. Forward, backwards. I mean,
give us an hand. This is not fun for any listeners. Just me playing.
I had so much fun. And it's broken.
I'm sorry.
Fucking Thelma and Louise off the edge of the cliff there.
Sorry, we should stop. I'm very grateful. This is great. I mean, I did hope for the real thing, I'll be honest.
I can save the battery, turn it off. Like
yeah, but I don't think it's wise for the podcast if the end section's just me looking.
You know, though, as soon as these cameras are off.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna get that
for
down
sure.
that
Yeah,
corridor.
yeah, definitely. I'm gonna drive home and then use this at home. That's the maddest thing, that when people have like a gaming setup and they've got like an actual like steering wheel.
Yeah,
and they drive
not
home
fun.
from work to fucking. It's like a footballer playing FIFA when he gets home, and it like fucking.
I would not put it past them.
Yeah. While we're on the topic of cars, I saw a tweet the other day and it sent my head west, and it's a bit of a fucking, a bit of a right turn this, but are there more doors or wheels in the world? And this, initially, Beth said it. She showed me the tweet, so I'm fuming at her. And I went, oh, wheels, obviously.
Do you mean on cars or on houses?
In the world. So I said, oh, it's wheels, obviously. And then I thought about it for 5 seconds and it's done my fucking head in.
I think I've got an answer.
Go on.
I think it's doors, because every car. So technically, that what you would consider a 4-door car is a 5-door car because the boot is classed as a door.
Mm-hmm. That's fine.
So for every 4 wheels, we're talking 5 doors.
Yeah.
That's on a bigger car.
I think I went with doors first.
Yeah.
And then my entire argument collapsed on itself because a car has a spare tyre more often
You
than
fucking rat.
And then everyone goes, oh, it's obviously doors because think of an office building. An office building has fucking hundreds of doors. But do you know what's also got? It's also got chairs with six wheels on.
Oh my God, I didn't even think about that.
And then you go, oh, well, it's got to be doors because my house has got 9 doors. And then you think of the cupboards in the kitchen and that's got more doors. But then you think, hang on, you've got a kid that's obsessed with cars and he's got 700 fucking toy cars. And your head, mate, my head fell off.
Mine, just as you were saying
It's
that,
done me head in.
I look to the left and I see a fucking heater that's got 4 wheels, a fucking fan that's got 4 wheels. It's like they've taken over the world and they've been here the whole time. It's like they're planning an invasion and they're hiding in plain sight. There's that many of them.
My head fell off, mate.
The wheels will
ruined
outnumber
me
people.
fucking day. Huh?
The wheels outnumber people?
Yeah, they've got to, haven't they?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That was a stupid question.
I mean, only one person can sit on a fucking office chair, but there's 6 wheels on it.
Even the unicycles, lad. There's people who have them.
Yeah, and then you've got scooters, skateboards, all that sort of shit.
Yeah.
And mate, it sent my head west, man.
There's a horror film.
It done me head in.
It's actually a dog shit horror film. Most, like all horror films are dog shit. Called like Rubber or something like that.
Yeah.
It's about like a sentient killer tire.
Oh, shut up, mate.
No, I'm being serious.
Don't tell me anymore, though.
You don't need to know anymore.
No,
it's absolute dog
It
shit.
sounds horrendous.
But now,
Someone's sat down with a director and gone, hey.
do you know what's hidden in plain sight and there's loads of them? We'd be fucked if they took over. Wheels. What's even more upsetting is someone has gone, sick idea that lad, and gave them enough money to make it.
Yeah, man, it just, like I say, it sent my head west because every time you think of something, there's something else that you can think of that there's more of. And it's horrible. Because you go, okay, well, my wardrobe's got doors.
Yeah.
Also in the wardrobe is drawers that have got wheels on.
Oh my
and you just,
God.
mate, it's so annoying. It done me head in.
Sheds.
It's gone like insanely viral. There'll be people watching this that have seen that tweet.
Sheds have doors.
Sheds have doors, yeah, but they've also got a lawnmower in.
It never ends!
It's never ending. It's so annoying, man. It done me head in. It really done my head in. And then also when you actually pop the trunk, what am I on about? When you lift the bonnet of the car,
garbage as well.
it's got all the cam belt wheels and all that sort of shit inside it. And mate, done me head in.
Some might say that's wheels make the world go round.
Oh, shut up. Right, let's move on.
Put it on the table where it deserves to be.
Yeah, we're gonna.
There we go.
Is it going to stay on the table now? Is that us?
It might have to, yeah.
That's
I think it
I'm
deserves to be
a bit further forward.
I'm
sorry, mate.
There we go, yeah. Drive it forward.
Thanks, mate. That's sweet. I want to know what Finn saw where he went, nice. He just saw the remote.
He probably thought, what the fuck is it?
Oh, bless you. That's really nice. That. How much was it?
I'm not telling you, mate.
Because I feel bad because your Marmite was £3.
Was it, yeah. The batteries cost more than that.
While we're on the topic, I've got you a gift, mate.
Yes.
This is going to be a staple, this Christmas.
I'm going to run out of money very quickly.
Spreading gifts, that's what
it's my birthday in a couple weeks.
So me and Beth, there's a new Chinese all-you-can-eat restaurant, which isn't an all-you-can-eat restaurant. Don't get me started. Basically, it's not a buffet. You just go around and you look at the menu and then you continue to order stuff as and when you want.
Can eat, then.
But you have to finish the one you've started before you can order something else. So really, we just ate as much as we usually would from the Chinese. Like, it was so stupid.
Well, that's the mind game, mate.
It was decent.
Mind game of it.
But I've got your fortune
cookies.
I have your fortune cookie, and Beth. I made Beth not open hers. So one of these is for her. So
you didn't have one last night? Because I was going to say I should get both seen as you.
We didn't do them last night.
Sick. Yeah. Thanks, Beth. Thank you.
Soz. But I got you a fortune cookie, and I figured we could have a look at the quotes and see what it says.
Tiger, fortune cookie.
Yeah.
Who writes these? Whose job is it?
I don't know.
It's a sit and write.
Tiger fortune cookie sounds like it's just going to have loads of students inside.
I do get the reference. It's a nightclub, isn't
it?
Yeah. I'm young.
Do you not have one in Liverpool?
No.
Oh, sick.
Well, if we do, it's not since my day.
These are harder to get into than I anticipated.
These are harder to get into than the students in Tiger.
Like you'd know. Rebecca's not even real.
I was waiting to be called out. I've never pulled.
These are harder to get into than students in Tiger, so I've heard.
I got hit on in a gig once and now I'm big sexy with glasses. Oh, I've got mine open and cracked.
Sick. Okay. He's like your student.
That's fucking hell. That's my fucking Tinder
Oh, we're
bio.
trashing the fucking studio here.
Do I get...
Okay, I'm going to read mine.
My black pants.
Mine says... Bitches be tripping. My neck, my back, my pussy, and my...
Right.
What's yours say?
Lick it good, lick this.
Imagine that's what yours said.
There was an older guy in the office whose phone went off once, and that was his ringtone.
Amazing.
No joke.
Amazing.
Like it started, and everyone was like, "What? Right now, lick it good." Right.
What's yours say?
You will come to realizations in your life that change you forever.
That's so vague. Obviously.
Of course it's true. Of course it's true.
Mine's a bit more fucking... Mine's a bit less vague, to be honest. Mine just says, your podcast is shit, lad.
That's my realisation. We got the same fortune.
Mine actually says, you will always have good luck in your personal affairs.
Oh,
sounds a bit boring, that, isn't it? I expected that to be better.
Just tell me I'm going to win the lottery or something. I'm not going to sue the company. Do you know what I mean? Take a punt, be bold. What the fuck's that mean? You will come to realizations in your life that change you forever. Okay, I will take one.
You're going to get home tonight, go for a shower, and then you'll look at your little willy and be like, fuck.
It's already changed me in ways I do not wish to speak of on the podcast. Do you know what? That's a fair question, actually. What realizations in your life have changed you forever? Is there any that spring to mind?
No.
Any like? What's it like today? Today years old or something like that, you know?
Oh, like that
Anything
Sydney
like
Raz
that?
on TikTok. That's fucking. Here's something I wish I knew before I was in my 30s.
Yeah.
I mean, he's great. He fucking ruins my life, to be honest. Like, because he just tells me stuff. Like, the amount of times I'll be sat on the sofa watching TikTok, and then I've got to get up to find out my colander does something different. You know what I mean? I'm like, is that true?
Life hacks.
Yeah. What is an insane life hack? I think one of the best ones is that if you put your fucking wooden spoon over your pasta, then it boils. It stops the boiling over.
Oh, really?
Did you not know that?
I did not
Mate,
know that.
fire.
That's fucking mental.
Fire.
I saw a life hack that Joe's stock cubes.
Yeah.
You're supposed to crumble them in the packet and then open it and pour it out.
Oh,
So it doesn't go everywhere.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't use them very often, but when I don't cook.
The
the boiling one's useless.
So are all these life hacks are fucking useless for you.
Yeah.
What I don't get about the life hacks though is that says who? Do you know what I mean? You're just making shit up.
Yeah.
How
I mean,
do you
a lot of
find
them
that?
are true. Have you seen that fucking like BuzzFeed life hacks? And it's like just the most ridiculous shit. It's like, hang on, you're going out on a night out and you've not got a necklace. Just go to your kitchen and get some string and some pasta. Do you know what I mean? It's like just so fucking stupid.
Such a great idea.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just so ridiculous. What is some good life hacks? It's got me thinking now. Have you got anything?
No, it's hard to think off the top of your
It's
head,
hard
isn't
to,
it?
yeah. Yeah, when you're under pressure, when you've got
Because,
three cameras.
do you know what the
staring
problem
at
is with life hacks? They change your life in the moment that you read them.
And then you
fucking
forget they
them
exist,
all,
yeah.
and you never implement them.
Yeah,
I can't
yeah.
think of a single life hack that I've implemented.
Oh, I feel like I've got some in my mind, but I don't actually.
Even that stock cube shit.
You've never used
done
it.
Yeah, of course I haven't.
Yeah, you've never used it in your life. Oh, I saw one recently, actually. Joe, when you lose your tin foil, and Joe, like you can, when it's, and it's like fucking, it's all like
tin foil or cling film.
Tin foil.
Ting foil.
Tin foil.
Did you just combine the two? One obscure thing.
No, it's tin foil. Yeah. When Joe, when like you fucking tear it and then it like fucking. I don't know how to describe it, but like it's not one strip anymore. It's like
it's kind of like round.
Yeah, it's like round. Yeah. If you tear off a piece of tin foil and you scratch at that bit, it'll just get rid of it.
What the fuck?
Like someone did it IRL and it works.
And you witnessed it?
No, I didn't witness it, but on TikTok, so it must have been
magic.
true. You know what I
don't
mean?
believe it's real.
But yeah, if you can scratch away the bit that's not like, mate, blew my mind.
Do you know, speaking of like things that blow your mind on TikTok, Joe, what is an interesting lane? Have you ever seen like prison like cooking?
No.
So like prison hacks, people like find ways to like make a burrito out of fucking pepperami and fucking Dairy Lee triangles, so weird shit like that. Of course it's American. I saw like footage from an American prison where they were like, oh, it's barbecue on Saturday, and they had like a bed, like they'd taken the mattress off, and it was just a big metal sheet. Do you know, the world's most uncomfortable shitty bed, and it was blackened because underneath there was a bunch of bog roll on fire, and they turned it into a fucking flat top grill, and they were just frying shit on it. The guards have got to know about that.
The maddest thing is, so many of them are in fucking prison for stealing. And you just think, if you just implemented that level of fucking ingenious.
If you got a degree in engineering.
Like,
you could change the world.
Yeah. What do you reckon you'd survive in prison?
I reckon I would get fucking cold sores quick, because the only way I'm surviving in prison is if I suck all the dicks. That's the only tool I've got. I mean, yeah, I'm personable.
Hang on, you say it like you know you're good at it. Well, you know what you like, I suppose, don't you?
Well,
I reckon I'd be better at sucking my
though.
dick than other girls.
Yeah, you know what you like, don't you? Yeah, you're right in what you said. Like, I know how it should feel, and I will implement that experience.
I've got a terrible gag reflex, though. Like, I choke on my toothbrush.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I'm a bit of I'm a proper...
Fucking suck a dick like a fucking grown-up. That's as if like non-grown-ups.
Like, I'm screwed if me and Beth ever break up and I date a woman with a big clit. I'm screwed. But yeah, man.
It's not like you're sucking it.
Do you know?
No, but I mean, like, you're not sucking it. Like, it's not hitting the back of your. Oh, I get you. If there's a big clit, mate.
Nice one. Okay, good.
Explain your jokes, lad.
But yeah, man. Do you think you'd survive in prison? Like, genuinely, do you think you'd do well? I think I'd do all right, me.
Why?
Just because I can cut hair.
Dick. What?
No, just because I can cut hair.
I never would have even thought of something like that.
Yeah. I mean, they're not going to fucking get unless I give them a shit fade, but then who's going to see it?
Hold on, dickhead. Hold on, dickhead. Where are you getting a pair of scissors in prison, you knob?
They have barbers in prison. You just have to be like...
I thought they just had clippers and everyone got their head shaved.
Oh, yeah, even so, clippers. Yeah, that's fine.
What prisoner are they treating with a blade? Saying that, I suppose the chefs have got a chop.
I can do a fade with just a pair of clippers.
Were you that good, are you, lad?
No, that's what you use to do it.
Okay.
I'm not using scissors, really, to... You can.
Are you just gonna leave it long on top?
I don't think they're expecting to look like they're going on the fucking red carpet though. Like it doesn't have to be the cleanest of fades.
Looking fresh, like in prison. Yeah. My man's getting dick tonight.
But no one's gonna, you know what I mean? No one's gonna fucking cut my hand off. They'll be gutted because they can't get their weekly top up.
But that doesn't make you doesn't make you invincible.
No, but the people that are invincible might like me.
That's a fair thing, yeah. See, I've got nothing.
I've thought about it a lot.
I'm useless.
Because I feel like I'm going to be capable of murder one day. I'm going to have a fucking road rage incident where I just fucking chin someone.
Road rage?
Yeah. I think if I ever went to prison, it'd be because of that.
It's like your forte, is it? Yeah.
Oh, man, yeah. I would, in the moment, do something.
What's the closest you've come?
Genuinely, like, it's so anticlimactic. I've just, like, beeped a guy.
You dickhead! Why'd you cut me up, you dickhead?
I'll be there like that, realise he's bigger than I'm just like messing with my fucking parcel.
I could fucking do damage. You're just glaring in the rear view.
Yeah, just like sat adjusting my mirrors. You fucking. He's pretty fucking big, isn't he?
Yeah.
Don't look at him. Look straight ahead. Right.
So
after you.
you probably would be useful in prison, but I wouldn't, mate. It'd be me mouth or me ass, and I'll be honest. I've already got hemorrhoids. I don't want more. Do you know what I mean? If I'm going to be in prison, I want to be able to sit comfortably.
What do you reckon you would go to prison for?
Me? Oh, probably something shit like
child porn.
Yeah. That's not what I was going to say. Yeah, I never plan on getting caught. I think it would be something like tax evasion. Not that.
All right, Jimmy.
That was the most Tory thing I could have said. And also, this just flagged up on some system.
And also, you're not self-employed.
Yeah, that's true. So it's literally not possible for me to evade my taxes. I just can't imagine like me going in for like a rough crime like murder or assault.
I don't think I'm capable of like anything like murder. I feel like I could. If I did do something, I'm genuinely a shithouse. Like I feel like I'd probably get in trouble like defending somebody. Do you know what I mean? Like if like my mate got into a fight.
I'm a shithouse. I just defend the weak. Fucking Superman over
No, but
here.
like the only time I've ever had a fight was when my mate was getting attacked in a nightclub and I just punched someone. Like I'm not hard at all. I never get into fights. I'm a proper shithouse. But in that moment, I always just walk away from everything. But in that moment, I just fucking hit him. And I feel like the only time it would ever escalate to me going to prison if the guy fell and hit his head. You know what I mean? I'd be the most unlucky because I'd sit there in prison like an absolute shit up. I'd go in there and I'd just be the quietest guy, and I'd be a shell of myself. I think I'd fucking I don't know how these people that go to prison for life
there's people who actively want to stay. Because it's all they've ever known. Since
I know, but like imagine you're 19 and you've just done something outrageous.
Yeah, but you're solid, aren't you?
And no, not necessarily though. Like there's people that have made like a mistake, like just, you know what I mean? Like they've hit someone, the guy's hit his head, and that's it. They've gone, the guy's died. Do you know what I mean? And like you're just a 19-year-old guy. I mean, this is fucking pretty bleak for the podcast, but
here's me imagining myself.
Someone gets like fucking 70 years, and I just don't know how you don't. Oh man,
I know what I'm going to prison for.
Okay,
I know what I'm going to prison for. Public indecency for pissing in the street.
Is that your thing, is it?
I piss everywhere all the time. Like
you can't stop.
I piss in public constantly. I on the way to gigs all the time.
It's a fucking problem you can't control.
It's not. Do you not like when the more I concentrate, the more I need a piss. So as I'm like driving to like a gig somewhere I've never been before,
sorry to cut you off, but you really could have got your own back on that guy at go-karting.
just start pissing off the wrong guy as well. Yeah, I always like need a piss before I've even got to the venue, and I often just piss in the street. I see like Mike Yennick's got that Eastern European fear of the police, and every time I do a gig with him and I have to piss, he's like, can you not? No, he's like, no, bro, can you not hold it in? I can tell he's like shitting himself as if we're gonna get like rolled on by the 5-0. Me having me little chub.
Heads down, boys. I'm really looking at this fortune cookie, really trying my best not to.
I want to smash it.
Right, that concludes this week's episode.
The shit as well. There's nothing to them, is there? Fortune cookies?
No, they are. They're proper shite. Do you have any questions?
Yes, I do actually.
Sick.
I think I've got a doozy of a question.
Hit me with your best shot.
Dun, dun, dun.
Fire away.
Pew, pew.
Hey.
I've got a question for you. What is the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you or you've done whilst drunk?
Oh, okay, I love these stories, man.
Yeah.
When you just found out that a guy's took a shit on like at his mother-in-law's fucking front porch because he just couldn't get in. You always see them like ring doorbell shit, don't you? Like when like the mates, the boyfriend's trying to get in and stuff.
Yeah, I saw one recently actually. Yeah, the dog started barking and he didn't want to wake the baby up, so he called the dog a ginger cunt. He said, "Shut up, you ginger cunt," to the dog.
But you just see like it's a picture on Twitter. It's a 30-second video of like this girl's fucking husband like just asleep on the front lawn because he couldn't get in and he didn't want to wake her. Yeah. He just thinking, fucking hell.
I'm too obnoxious.
I don't have anything that embarrassing. Like, I don't think of anything. Like I get the fear a lot. Like, do you remember when we were in Edinburgh?
Oh.
How was I the next day?
Just whatever said, whoever said it.
Oh man, when you go to the Edinburgh Fringe, there's quite a lot of fucking acts that are, like, especially at our level. Like we're quite new at stand-up. We've only been going about 3 years each, haven't we? Started around the same time, and we went up to the Edinburgh Fringe in 2019.
I think so. It's so hard to time with the pandemic.
Yeah. It was so we went up in 2019 just for a week to do spots and do some shows and just to have a look around before we go up for a longer time. In the future, and then obviously the pandemic happened and we didn't go back. Yeah. But there's a bar in there where all the acts go. It doesn't matter what level you are, but every act will be there. So you've got people that are at the top of their game, hanging out with
people
us.
People who've been on TV,
and you'll be stood at the bar and you'll see someone, you'll have seen their show, and it's quite easy to come and go, "Oh, hi mate, I saw your show recently." And the only real memory,
favourite night, actually.
Yeah. The only real memory I've got of that night was seeing you talking to Ivor Graham. Yeah. And I went over it and we ended up talking to Ivor Graham.
Yeah.
It's just like, what have I said to Ivor Graham? You know what I mean?
You were, like, I have complete memory. You were completely...
Yeah, because I was fucking steaming. I genuinely... at a point where, like, did I get spiked? Level of, like, I can't remember fuck all. Like, I was fucking in a bad way.
I spiked you and then bummed you in that 10-bed hostel we were sleeping.
That's so fucking impressive, that. It wasn't even a 10-bed, it was 24. I remember that.
Maybe there was 10 triple bunk beds there.
Yeah.
I've probably done the math wrong. Yeah. Triple bunk beds.
That was insane, that, wasn't it?
Yeah, what an experience.
But yeah, anyway, I get the fear a lot, but I don't really have any embarrassing stories. I've got some stories of like just being a fucking blurt. Like I went to Vegas and there's a nightclub in the MGM Grand. Have you been to Vegas before?
No, I've never been.
Definitely go. We should go. Oh my God, that'd be incredible. Would you go next year? Because Beth's being a shithouse.
I'm scared about how much money I'd lose. I would go.
We will talk about this off pod because honestly, best time of my life. But I was over there and there's a nightclub in the MGM Grand called Hakkasan, and we were in there, me and my pal, and he went to the bar, and as he's coming back from the bar, he's holding a drink for each of us, and this guy bumps into him, so he just drops both drinks. And my mate wasn't hammered like we were. I remember when he went to the bar and he can hold his drink quite well. I've never been irritated by him when he's pissed. When he's sober, different level. But it does me fucking head in. But no, he's genuinely dead sound, and he's not a fucking knobhead drunk that's going to start throwing glasses around and shit. But the bouncer just didn't get that at all. Just see the guy drop his drink and was like, right, you're out.
You're out, yeah.
And there's that many people, they just nod ass, and you're not arguing with a fucking
It's not as if it's
bouncer.
Wigan and they're relying on your fucking custom.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there's no fucking service in there at all. And my mate's not able to tell me because I was on the dance floor still and he'd gone to the bar. So he just didn't come back.
Sorry, I didn't register. So he was kicked out and you weren't.
Exactly, yeah.
You were just chilling, waiting for your drink.
I had no service, and I was like, "Fucking hell!" But is he
fucking Ramo in here?
Yeah. So I was just like, Tiesto was DJing, so I just carried on watching that, and then thought, right, he's probably met a bird or
you
something.
You said watching that as if like you weren't dancing or raving, like you were watching the match in a pub.
Yeah.
Tiesto was just like, fucking...
I didn't have a drink because he didn't bring it back. But I didn't really think anything of it. I thought he's probably speaking to a bird, just leave him to it. But then it got to a point where it was like, this is a bit insane, this. And so I had to leave to get service so I could message him. As soon as I walked outside, they've got a massive lift. Like this lift held like 40 people. So I've got in the lift to go up because like this is why I had no service. Like it was underground. I've got in the lift to go up, and while we're all stood in this lift, it's like weirdly quiet in the lift. Like there's not really any music on or anything, and everyone's just sort of minding their own business, all just chilling. Like there's the odd person speaking to the missus. Oh, should we go to this place next? But out of nowhere, this girl just screams, "Stop fucking touching me!" Right. I can't. I'd said it to you. I never did it.
My hands are down here. Shit myself.
But I'm stood at the edge of the doors because I was one of the last in the lift, and there's a girl right at the end of the lift, and she just screams, "Stop fucking touching me." What are you doing? You're eating a fucking fortune cookie.
Can't control me now.
You're such a fat cunt. So
That's the cunt, you.
I'm telling a story of a girl that got groped in a lift and you're like, I don't mind my fortune. Sounds like some sort of misfortune. Oh, fortune.
That's the weird association.
That's unfortunate. Oh. So she screamed, stop fucking touching me. And there's a lift attendant, just a woman that obviously mans the lift, or a guy or whatever. And I remember the woman. No, I remember the woman really well because she was like, everyone, it was dead awkward as soon as this girl shouted. This woman was just like, "Hey girl, what's he done over there?" And the girl was just so timid because obviously everyone's looking at her, and she was just like, "Oh no, nothing don't matter." He's like, "No, if he's touched you, you can tell me. This is my lift. We sort this out." Like that. She was sound. She was so sound. And she just said, "Oh, don't worry about it. It's fine." And then as we've walked out the lift, the girls grabbed my arm. And I looked round and the girl was like 5'1" and she was with two mates and they were just the most like timid, obviously just, one of them had like a fucking sash on, so they just turned 21 and they were just so timid and just dead apologetic. And I was only like 22, 23, but they were so small. And that's all I remember. And she grabbed my arm and was like, "Would you mind walking us to the, because I guess.
He must have been in trouble if they String Bean will save us.
You're so horrible. Hey, I was skinnier back then as well.
As if you were some fucking chest with a vest on.
This was pre-lockdown as well. Mans was skinny then.
Mike Tyson.
No, I think it was more just that I was on my own and I was just a lad on his own. Do you know what I mean? So he said, "Would you mind walking us like a taxi?" Right, and this is like, you're probably wondering, how does this become embarrassing for you? Right? And it's a lot of filler because I needed to tell the story of how it got to this. Right, so she's asked, "Would you mind, like the guy did touch me in the lift, would you mind walking us to the taxi?" Now, Vegas hotels, they catch you off guard. The place you need to go is the next hotel over, and you go, "Oh, it's 5-minute walk." It's 37 minutes. It's ridiculous how big these hotels are. Like it. Just unbelievable.
I've seen, like, I've not been, but I've seen just pictures of them. It's unreal. Yeah.
Now, the edge of the strip that we walked in to get into MGM.
Sorry to interrupt. Is there no windows in the places as well? Aren't you are you cut off from the outside world?
That's in casinos.
Oh, sorry.
But there is windows. Yeah.
Any wheels and doors?
Yeah. More wheels and doors. So it's sort of hard to explain, but the entrance we've come in to go into the MGM Grand, the Uber point was on the opposite side. Right, so I've took them to the Uber. I've waited with them. I've said, "Listen, you guys are all right. Like, you're just a knobhead. I'm sorry it happened to you. I hope you're okay. Enjoy the rest of your night." I didn't really chat to them or anything because as soon as you walk, like it was a 5-minute walk to the Uber point from where we were, and then there's just a million Ubers, so you just crack on. And I was like, "Enjoy the rest of your night." I didn't think anything of it, and I've just started walking back to my hotel. But drunk me didn't compute that I was on the opposite side of the hotel. And this is like, it's not really embarrassing, but it kind of is. I walked 50 minutes in the wrong fucking direction. And mate, I only realised.
In another country as well.
I only realised because it's obviously one straight road, but I've come out of the hotel and just done a fucking left when I should have done a right or something. I don't know. I can't really remember what happened properly, but I saw the "Welcome to Vegas" sign, and that's when I went, "Shit!" Right?
You're in the desert.
Yeah, because it's like a 40-minute
round here.
Yeah, it was like a 40-minute like walk to to my hotel from the MGM Grand. So after 40 minutes, I was like, "Oh, it's taking a while. This is a bit. I don't really think anything of it." I was getting a bit quiet. The strip. This is a bit mad. What's going on here? Got to the fucking "Welcome to Vegas" sign. Spoke to some guys that were obviously just walked to the "Welcome to Vegas" sign to get see the sunset or whatever. This is like 5 a.m. And I just went, "Do you know where the Link Hotel is?" And they just started laughing in my face.
Really? Oh,
they just went, about an hour and a half away. And I just went, for fuck's sake. It was only like £9 in an Uber, to be fair, because it's one straight road, isn't it?
You just walked it all.
Oh, man, I was fuming. I was so annoyed, man. Just walked 50 minutes.
That video with that, like, Scouser in Las Vegas. He was like on some show out there, like a reality show about like I think the police in Las Vegas, and he's just bladdered wandering around. Fits your description basically, like what happened to you. Joe can't find his hotel, and the police are genuinely trying to help him go and like, "Who are you with?" And he's like, "I can't tell you," because he thinks that by giving his mates that he thinks he's in trouble. By giving his mates names, it's gonna put them in the shit as well. And he's like, I want to tell you, but I can't. If
I told you, I'd have to kill you. Oh no, I didn't say that. What's yours? Because we didn't do yours last week. You asked about a stupid injury, but we didn't do it. So what's your embarrassing story?
I've got loads, to be honest. I mean, I've got one really bad one. I'll tell that, but just as your one reminded me of another one of mine, and that I once, like, I fell asleep on a bus drunk and woke up on the opposite side of the road and my head completely fell off. So I woke up at the right area, but on the journey going towards town rather than away from town, because I'd slept for the entire route and back. God. And someone must have got on and been like, "Hey driver, this fucking weirdo's been asleep since I've got on. I've been on this bus for ages." Wake up, because the bus driver himself woke me up. But I text Beck. I text Beck as I was getting on the bus. I was just getting on the bus. I'll be home soon. And then I was gone for like fucking a 10-minute journey. Took like 2 hours. She pulled out my phone when I realised what had happened. I was like, oh, trying to get me bit. Like your head just completely falls off. And I pulled my phone out, and there was like fucking 20 missed calls, several messages. I think she thought I'd been killed. I was more scared of going home at that point.
Oh, yeah.
I got back on the bus.
The vengeance, yeah.
Went back to town.
I thought it was a bit mad when I saw the Welcome to Vegas sign.
My most embarrassing moment is sixth form party, right? Just house party. Everyone's bladdered.
That was a long time ago for you as well, and that's stuck with you. That's a lot.
Stuck with me.
Yeah.
It's bad.
What are you now, 36, 37?
Fuck you, Aaron. I'm 31 in a couple of weeks. Hope you remember me birthday.
Coming into your last year of your 30s.
It's
your first year of your 30s, or whatever you said on the fucking
about. It's a very, very sensitive subject. Yeah, I'm speaking vaguely. I'm more vague than a fucking fortune cookie than when it comes to my age. And it was sixth form party. Everyone's bladdered. I was particularly bladdered. And a lad who, he wasn't like my best mate or nothing, but he was a mate of mine. We were in like the same form, friendly with him and that. He'd got his girlfriend at the time pregnant, and he went from being like shitting himself about becoming a dad in sixth form to actually being like looking forward to it. Yeah. And then this is heavy.
Kid's long gone now.
Well, you're going to regret saying that, because
no,
they had a miscarriage.
Oh my God.
Just stuck your fucking.
Are you still mates with this guy?
Yeah.
Oh no! Is he going to your stag do?
No.
Oh God!
He's not a close friend. Like, but I really.
Oh no, that's horrible.
I felt for the guy, and I decided, when you're drunk and you have a drunken heart to heart, and that I decided that what he needed.
Did you bring him a remote control baby?
I decided that what was suitable for him at this like really tough time in his life was a fucking pep talk from me, an idiot who doesn't know what he's talking about. But my mum and dad, like a couple of miscarriages between me and my brother. This is heavy shit, right? She had a couple of miscarriages.
Yeah, thanks for bringing this up.
I know. So I just gave him I just said the perspective is like, the way I think about it is, if she didn't have them, I wouldn't have had my brother. Would have just been some other kid. Do you know what I mean? So when you do have a child, you'll be happy to have that child. And I was just trying to put it into perspective as a drunken idiot. We're having this heart. He turns to me and he says, "Tuffy, that is so nice. You're gonna make me cry." And then I projectile vomited all over him. Like, instantly just threw up all over him. He jumped up and screamed, "What have you eaten? It's burning me." Like, had to take his top off. Like
his
God, man, that's dark. Oh my God, mate, that's dark. That's dark. They're still together, by the way. They now have 3 beautiful children. There's a positive. What?
Do we need an edit point there?
I mean, mate, if you want to make a bed and sleep in it, I'll tuck you in.
I mean, there's one going spare in his house.
Oh, lad. I can't get on board with this. What have I done? Why did I bring up fucking...
This is how I react to an awkward situation. I'm not being a horrible person. I'm trying to make a fucking joke out of something that makes me uncomfortable.
I was cringing at what I did, and now I'm... Yeah.
Oh, God.
I threw up all over him. And then, I got sick all over myself. So I had to take my top off at this party, and the girl whose birthday it was, or whatever, like the girl whose house it was, went and got me one of her dad's tops to wear. But her dad was a small guy, like in height and stature, so I was wearing like a fucking let's just say I was like a double XL in a fucking medium, so it was like a Britney Spears tank top on me, yeah. And I woke up with like barely any memory, just feeling like the tightness of whatever was on me, and I looked down and just saw my midriff. I realised what I was wearing. I was like, what the fuck is this? My mate had stayed at ours and he said that. I came home and my dad was like, the fuck are you wearing? Where's your top? And I was going, what fucking top? Trying to blend it as if it was mine, as if it was a conscious choice. So yeah, I'm still cringing about that. I regret bringing it up.
So to sum up, your mate very just horribly had a miscarriage, and you gave him a heart to heart and then made him feel worse about his life by projectile vomiting on his. Yeah. So just remind me to not come to you with any issues whatsoever. Yeah. And I feel like I've made a good point of not coming to me with any issues because I was just laughing.
Yeah, I've seen how you handle.
I am so bad with like stuff. I can be serious in a moment if I know someone needs it. But like, yeah, man. Like I'm just.
I mean, it's just, you jump to those girls.
Yeah,
rescue.
Like if
superhero Aaron punching people when his mates in fights.
Yeah, no, I'm such a fucking. Man's got a cape.
Man's got an England towel.
Yeah. But if you came to me with something like that, like I'd probably make those sort of. I wouldn't if that had happened, but like not to you in the moment. But if I did make jokes, it's just because I'm trying to make you laugh and feel better about the situation.
So you're telling me that you, a stand-up comedian, use humour as a defence mechanism?
I know, I'm so fucking...
How dare you?
Such a cliche, aren't
I?
I'm trying to justify the horrendous jokes I just made. And the worst part is, I don't know if I want to cut them out. But now we've talked so much about it, there's no real way I can.
You got anything you want to get off your chest? Don't make another miscarriage joke.
Not really, man. I did last week, but then we didn't do it because I kind of got something else off my chest. I can't really remember what happened within the episode because as soon as it's done, it's like I forget what happened. But I'm in a hire car at the minute still, and that done me head in. And yeah, like I say, I'm less asked about it now. But if you'd have asked me last week and I talked about it last week, I had vengeance in my mind, right?
Yeah.
Joe, I'm thinking right now I'm getting irate. Yeah. Well, I'm not even joking, man.
That's why you got to get it off your chest. It doesn't just go away.
I'm getting wound up just thinking about it. So the fucking, my clutch went in my car, my gearbox went in my car. So I've contacted Ford and I've gone, listen, it's on finance. So it's under warranty and stuff. They have to fix it if it does go wrong. So I've contacted them and I've gone, my gearbox is gone. And when I put it in first gear, it just constantly pings out. And the woman's like, right, all right. Should we put you in for a service? And straight away I cut her off. I was like, what? Why would we book him for a service? Like, a service is to check the oil and to make sure the battery's fully charged. Like, it's not going to fix the gearbox. It's just like, well, at the minute, that's all I can do for you.
Why don't you let me sell you something? That's what she's done, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Why don't you just give us... I know you've got a free warranty. Go on, give us a bit of money.
Yeah, so she said at the minute, that's all I can do for you. And the next one is next Thursday. This is on Tuesday, right? So you're talking like 9 days. And I was like, but I can't... I've not got a car at the moment. Like, how am I going to... drive the car between now and then? Like, I need to get some sort of hire car or something. Like, something needs to happen. She's like, I can't do anything else for you. Do you want me to just book you in for the service on Thursday? Just because if you don't do it now and it does need a service, then you'll miss that opportunity. Shut up about the fucking oil. You have to move on to a next. Do you know what I mean? Like, you might miss that booking. It might be a few days after that, and then it's going to be late. So I was just like, right, all right, we'll book it in. And then she goes, right, okay, right. So when you drive the car down, don't forget to bring up. And I went, what? And she went, when you bring the car to us. And I went, I've got to bring you the car. She's like, yeah, you bring the car in for a service. I was like, mate, I'm not kidding. I wish I was making this up. I said to her, how am I supposed to get the car there if my gearbox doesn't work? And she went on the phone, oh yeah, I hadn't thought about that. And I just said to her, I was like, listen, I'll ring someone else. Don't worry about it, girl. It's all good. It's absolutely fine. Do not stress. Like, we got this. Don't worry.
I hadn't thought about that. The whole purpose of your phone call.
Yeah.
I just wanted to tell you the service plan.
Mate, it's so annoying, right? So I rang RAC, and And they came, the guy was, I rang him on the day, and the guy says, right, we'll be out by 2 o'clock. This is at like 11 a.m. So I was like, right, sound, no worries. Gets to 2 o'clock. Right, we're a bit delayed because people, and to be fair, I was parked outside my house. I managed to fucking get the car home or what have you. So I was parked outside my house, and I said to him, like, it's not a massive priority. Like, just, it does need to be done, but I don't stress. Like, if you've got things like roadside assistance, take care of it. So he was like, right, sound. So he's like, right, it's going to be 4 o'clock. And then it was 6. And then it was 7. And then it got to 9:30, and the guy rang me and he was like, listen.
You told me
like,
not to rush.
Is there any point? Yeah. Is there any point in coming tonight? I'm better off just coming tomorrow because it's 9:30 now. I'm not really going to be able to have a look at it. So I was like, yeah, no worries, man. Like,
do you mean you're not going to be able to have a look at it? Not got a torch, no?
Yeah, but it's long, innit? You know what I mean? He's not going to be able to do anything. If he needs a part, he can't get it. You know what I mean? Like, so I just said, yeah, no worries. He comes down the next day, and mate, I swear to God, the problem with the car was every time I put it in gear, I would then find my bike point, I'd go to set off, and it'd pop out of gear, right? The guy sits in my car, puts it in gear, goes to find the bike point, drive away, and it pops out, and he goes, yep, gearbox is gone. You're going to have to take it to Ford. And I was like, what do you mean? And he goes, yeah, if you just take it into Ford, they'll sort it out. They'll give you a hire car and they'll get you on your way. And I was like, so basically, you could have said that on the phone, because I told you what was wrong with the car yesterday. I told you what was happening. You just wanted to see it for yourself. And now you could have said on the phone, take it to Ford. And I said to him, I was like, how am I supposed to take it to Ford? And he was like, well, if you hold it in gear. And I was like, yeah, but I know I can do that, but it's hardly safe, is it? Like, surely someone comes and tows the car and then drops off a hire car. Because if I'm turning a big corner, you've got to use fucking 2 hands. And I'm holding my fucking gear in place. I just set off in second, probably fucking the gearbox off a bit more. But
is it only first that was fucking up on, yeah?
Yeah, every other gear worked. Mad. But so I take it to Ford, and they dropped off a hire car. He said, right, if you take it there for about 3:30, you'll be able to take your hire car away from Ford. We'll drop the hire car off at Ford, and then you can take it home. All nice, all easy, right? So I get to Ford, and there's an absolute fucking gremlin that works in the fucking dealership, right? And I've gone in, and basically, I totally understand. No, it's not. It was a different Ford. I said to her, I didn't really say anything to her as I walked in, but all I made her do was the absolute minimum that her job required.
What, make you a coffee and that?
No. I walked in. No.
They do that, don't they? As soon as you're
No, I walked in, and basically RAC hadn't booked the car in. They told me they would, but they hadn't. They dropped off the hire car.
Completely, that
fella. Yeah. They dropped off the hire car, but then they hadn't booked anything in. So I said to her, I was like, oh, we'll just book it in then. Like, and she was like, yeah, but it could be weeks. And she's like getting proper pressed with me. Like, she was properly fuming. And I'm just sat there, and she was like, I don't know what you want me to do. The car's not booked in. And I was like, I don't want you to do anything. Like, I said, it's a hire car been dropped off. And she went, I've no idea, to be honest. Like, and I was like, do you know what I mean? Just properly arse it. Because I'm pretty sound with everyone. Like, I'm never rude to waiters or anything. Like, I'm so, like, because I know the fucking shit time.
Do you want a fucking medal? I'm never rude to waiters.
No, but like, I can't stand people that are knobheads. So it's not as if I've gone in with car trouble and gone, can we sort this fucking car out? Do you know, some people are knobheads. I was just so sound with her. And she met me with this fucking proper cunty
as if you
vibes.
had been a dickhead. Up.
So I was just sat there, and then someone that she works with went, yeah, the car's been dropped off under that name. And I was like, okay, so we'll just put the car in now then. RAC haven't done it. And she's like, yeah, but it could be weeks though. I was like, if it's weeks, it's weeks. I've got a hire car. Like, it'll be fine. And she was like, right, all right then. It's out there. And I went, well, what car is it? And she went, it's an Astra. Like, just going, not an Astra, a Corsa. Just going fucking, it was mint though, the Corsa. It come with a free underage girl. But it's out. She went, oh, it's out in the forecourt. Like, just go. You'll have to just go and find it. And I was just like, this is just unnecessarily cunty. This. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was just like, I didn't say anything.
I'm surprised she didn't fucking lash the keys at your face.
Well, I came back in. I said to her, I was like, can I keep both keys and just swap over the stuff that I've got in my car into the new one? That, because to take it away, I've got stuff in the boot. And she just went, go on then. And I was like, why are you being like this? I said to her in the end, I don't know if you're just having a really bad day, but I've done nothing wrong here. Like, come on. And I just walked out to go and do the changeover, and then when I walked back in, she was just like so sound. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I was just
put herself in check.
Mate, she'd done me head in. I was fucking driving away in the car. I was like, what just happened there? How was I the dickhead? So to sum up, right, I've spoke with 3 people regarding an issue that's actually a problem with fucking Ford vehicles, because there's a guy, shout out to this guy on my Instagram. I posted a video of my fucking gearbox on Instagram, and a guy messaged me who works for Ford and went, yeah, happens a lot. Right? So this is an issue by Ford. I've spoken to Ford, RAC, and then Ford again, and everyone was a cunt, mate, for no reason. Done me head in. Mate, really done me head in. I'm sorry it's not funny yet, but
no,
mate, I was fuming, man.
You got it off your chest, but what?
Keep in mind, this was 2 weeks ago. I'm still this angry.
What I'm annoyed about is that, yeah, you made me laugh. I did laugh, but I'm angry now. And I know that's like, suppose the idea of the podcast is that we're spreading the negativity, but I'm actually angry now.
Yeah, usually we do it so we can make each other laugh and we get over it, don't we? But I'm not over this now. And now I've got to go out and get in that course.
I'm going to go do a piss outside of Ford. That's how I'm going to prison.
Yeah. And on that note, have you got anything you want to get off your chest?
I do, but I think it'll be too lengthy.
It'll be too lengthy. Do you want to save it for next week, like I've just done?
Yeah, and I'll be sound about it by then.
Yeah, mate. And then I'll go. No, tell me what happened, and you go right.
Okay, I'm not actually bothered anymore. And then the cunt.
Thanks so much for downloading the podcast. We love you. We appreciate you. Keep telling your friends about us. Thanks so much. We'll see you. Bye.